Rebecca Lwin we had her last year. We liked her so much that we had her again this year. And she's been 8 years in Philippines, but a long 11 years in Asia. Master's degree in clinical nutrition, and she's going to talk about health. Please welcome Rebecca Lwin.
Thank you all. And my focus today is going to be on diet. I'm probably going to echo and reinforce a lot of the things that Dr. Chris Enriquez already talked about today. I have been in Philippines for 8 of the past 11 years. My family moved here in 2004. And since that time, we've seen a lot of really wonderful things happen in this country. Economic growth, business development, and the rise of the middle class. This is all good, right? This is good in so many ways. However, along with it comes a decline in the health of Filipinos. And what we're seeing is our diseases of affluence, things that are more typical that you see in Western countries, such as diabetes, heart disease, cancer, stroke, and arthritis. And these are lifestyle diseases. These are things that are directly influenced by diet. Let's take a quick look at the statistics. I won't bore you with it. But in 2010, just 5 years ago, there were 3.4 million cases of diabetes in the Philippines. And predictions by the International Diabetes Federation are for those cases to double to 6.2 million, nearly doubled. So that has diabetes almost doubling within 20 years. That's kind of a scary statistic when you look at that. Heart disease. Just 15 years ago, 16% of deaths in Philippines could be traced back to heart disease. And just 9 years later, that number jumped to 21%. So more than 1 in 5 people in Philippines are dying of heart disease. It's a sobering thought. Obesity raises your risk for all diseases of affluence. So let's take a look at obesity prevalence. This still doesn't come close to what the obesity and overweight rates are in my country, which I think is 2 in 3 Americans are now either overweight or obese. But the numbers are growing at an alarming rate here in this country. In 2008, 1 in 4 Filipinos were overweight or obese. And overweight is defined as your body mass index being 25 or above. Obese is defined as your body mass index being 30 or above. So this statistic combines those, overweight and obese. Just 5 years later, so 2 years ago, in 2013, 1 in 3 Filipinos are overweight or obese. So why is this happening? As income rises, so does our ability to buy more food and buy richer food, put more meat on the table, eat out more often, and this directly affects our health. So what can we do to reverse this trend? I'm going to talk about 5 things, 5 steps we can take. And I'm going to start with the one that's probably going to hit closest to home for all of us. And at one point in my life, myself included. And as Dr. Chris Enriquez said, we've got to ditch the sugar. Why is sugar so bad? We're born, as babies, we're born with an innate taste for sugar. That's why babies love milk, because milk has a really quickly digesting sugar, either in breast milk or in formula milk. That lactose breaks down on the tongue and it makes babies want to drink it. Well, our taste for sugar doesn't dissipate as we grow older. However, added sugars in our foods today just have empty calories, meaning it has calories without any nutritional benefit. The caloric beverages that we drink don't take any edge off your appetite. So say you drink a soda or an iced tea with your lunch, and those 200 calories don't do anything to take the edge off your appetite. You're going to eat just as much lunch, just as many calories for your lunch. Choose the unsweetened versions of the sweetened products that you're choosing today. For example, yogurt or oatmeal or spaghetti sauce. You can find recipes with less sugar, or teach your helper if you have someone cooking for you at home. Teach them to make your recipes with less sugar. You can easily cut sugar in any recipe by half, easily, without affecting the taste or the texture of your product. Number 2, fill up with fiber. Why? Fiber increases satiety, your feeling of fullness. You'll fill up with fewer calories but feel just as full. So that in turn can help you lose weight. It improves your digestion by decreasing the transit time that things stay in your digestive system, keeps you more regular, and it can reduce your risk of colon cancer. How do you add fiber? All the white things can go out the window and add all the colorful things back in. So brown rice or red rice versus white rice, whole wheat bread versus white bread, whole oats versus cornflakes, kamote versus white potato. Even when you're choosing your snacks, maybe boiled corn or saba versus a processed snack. If you're eating vegetables, eat more. If you're not eating vegetables, start doing it. Why? It reduces the caloric density of your meal. You can eat just as much volume of food and reduce the calories in it. Meanwhile, it increases the nutrient density of your meal. So for the same volume of food, you're getting a wide variety of nutrients: B vitamins, vitamin C, potassium, antioxidants, phytochemicals, all of these good things that are in vegetables. You're increasing your fiber intake with vegetables. Number 4, slash your meat intake. I know sometimes I'm lining up in the grocery store and I see grocery baskets filled with meat, and I don't know if that meat supply is for the 1 month, if it's for the 1 week, if they're going to have a party that weekend, but the meat is piled high in the grocery cart. If you find yourself eating animal proteins 3 times a day, it's too much. We don't need to eat animal protein 3 times a day. We don't even need to eat animal protein every day. It could be every other day. It's fine. Animal protein acidifies your blood, and in turn, that causes inflammation. And inflammation is one of the worst conditions for our body. It promotes gout, arthritis, high blood pressure. It leads down the long term to cancer, predisposes you to diabetes. We want to reduce inflammation as much as possible and in every way possible. So how do we reduce meat? If you find yourself eating meat all the time, try Meatless Monday. There's a lot of vegetarian recipes to try. Just give it a try. And then if you find that works for you, increase that, maybe 3 times a week, 4 times a week. What can you replace that with? Lentils, other legumes such as chickpeas, red beans, soy like tofu or edamame, or maybe try a cultured soy product such as tempeh. If you're eating meat at breakfast and lunch, try vegetarian breakfast, try vegetarian lunch. This is where I want to spend a little bit more time, ditching the fast food and street food. And one thing I really wanted to point out to you is look at the colors. Look at the colors. Almost every fast food place based their colors on red and yellow. Does anyone know why? Raise your hand if you know. Red and yellow are active and bright and warm colors, and it makes you eat fast, and it gives you pressure. It makes you feel time pressure. So for one, you eat fast, so you can actually eat that double burger, which is going to sit like a rock in your stomach, and we've all felt that before. Number 2, you're going to vacate your seat quickly so that the next patron can come in and sit behind you, so that the restaurant turns over more customers and they make more money. So they're not in it for you, they're in it to make money. Why? Why should we ditch the fast food? I don't know the last time I saw a vegetable. Let's look. Okay, there's lettuce, right? It's really pretty on the picture. But the last time you opened up your burger, did your lettuce look like that? No, like you're looking for your lettuce. It's a little bit limp. Maybe your pickles are there, but maybe they're not crispy. Maybe the tomato is a little bit white. So the vegetables, I don't give credit for that vegetable. Fast food always comes with more calories, more fat, more saturated fat, more sodium than sometimes you should eat all day. If women should be eating 1,900 calories per day, there are fast food meals that are 1,900 calories. If you add a soda with that, they're in it for the money. So how to ditch takeaway food. Notice there's only one bullet point here. There's not another one. You have to bring your food from home. You should see my handbag. I have food. I carry food with me no matter where I go. There's food in my bag. Bring your food from home. What are some ideas? Dinner leftovers. My husband, he's so lucky for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons is that we pack his lunch every day. And so whatever dinner I'm going to make, I just cook extra. The kids take it if they want to school, and my husband takes that for his lunch. That's my main go-to. I also wrote this booklet with a lot of lunch ideas, with recipes in here. If you want to pick one up, they're available on the registration table. It's short and sweet. It has kid-friendly ideas as well as things that appeal to adults as well. Just some pictorial examples: fresh spring rolls, stir fries, noodles. I can guarantee anything you make at home is going to be better than anything you can get while you're out. Does it really make a difference? What can you do? If you've come to this point in your adult life and your health is the way it is, can you change? Can you really change? I'll get a little personal in my last 5 minutes of the thing. This is me about 7 years ago. And I've been a dietitian for 20 years. Shows my age. And I used to eat more processed foods. I ate more for taste, more for convenience. My children were much younger. I was probably, I would say, addicted to sugar. I was eating more meat. And at a certain point, I think it was when I lost my mother, and she was very young, I really came to a realization that I need to change my health. And so I did a lot of just gradual changes over the last 7 years. I'm almost 100% vegetarian. I eat some meat, and I eat eggs, actually. That's probably the most animals protein that I eat. I'm not addicted to sugar anymore. I enjoy sweets, but I make most of my things from things, my own recipes at home. The next picture I'm going to show you is dramatic. It was taken within the last year. It's not photoshopped, but that is the result of a healthy diet. I exercise a lot. I do. I have to say that. But I'm 45 years old. I've had 3 children, and it's possible. But I'm not going to glorify this as a goal. I'm going to say that I was trying to get your attention to say anything's possible, even if you're 40 years old. Probably even if you're 50 or 60 years old. My 13-year-old daughter is a lovely teenager. And she has told me that she reckons anything over 40 is old. However, she gives me a caveat because I can do handstands. I was a gymnast, so I can still do a handstand. She says, "Mama, as long as you can still do a handstand, you're not old." So good health is more than looking good. It's feeling good. It's living long, but living well and living healthfully. So think about what change you want to make, and think about how that's going to impact you and your family for the future. Thanks so much. Thanks for your kind attention.